Alright, let's see here. This game. Let's run some MSQ. How long do you mean to keep this up? What does it imagine I've done? Enough! Enough, I say! It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I meant no harm. I wanted the coin. Whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty. But in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I saw an opportunity to change my fortunes, and I took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything I've been, and everyone I love. Why my actions put you and your life in danger too. Though you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who was cornered. Charlians! I brought the VR bastard! Put me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe that they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fight in such an endeavor. Such as the cost of finding a great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gordania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your backbone for the barracks for the further bed in Garlemald, did you? You there, VR. Stand here at old bus twitch, right? Then you don't stand there. Do you mean to stand against the might of the Empire with this red belly rabble, you said? Ha! Your words will play. Your words, coward. You know full well the whalers fear the wasp's sting. After these drinks, drink your blood. I will see to it that they're cut and burn on and burned. So then what happens to those who oppose the Empire? This is Hunter. Vesper wants one. Then the Cole can also fight. How? Why? These come have no allegiances. How's it come to this? So, this is to my end. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side? They are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and Not against you! Ah, but I don't know the answer only too well. Busco. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire the men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I'll go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There's something I would like to tell Buscaron. Tell Lauren she has the fool says thank you. I feel as though the veil has been lifted from my eyes. There's a lag spike going on there. Confessed his crimes. Just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems to march straight into the nest and gave himself up. Well, had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. No was protecting Gridanians too big a job for one man. He came to believe he could make a difference, but it was hopeless. Few things more dangerous than desperation. A man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of a coin. I reckon that he thought if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. The thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow, I think he failed to grasp that simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Hey, you asked me to thank you, did he? And there's good in him yet. Just hope them at the Adders will be able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he's afforded a chance to make amends. That leaves us the fate to the 12s, and I have other news for you, Amkip. The Sylph Elder has been found. It's a fair old while, but we found him on our hands with some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem. His name is Frixio, and he's the eldest amongst the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment. And bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important to find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Miles of Total Rock here in the South Shroud. It was by the entrance to the place Frixio was seen not long ago, neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking Ones, please help this one. This one needs help. He needs help to help the Elder One. Poor Frixio. Poor Frixio. Whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went to Total Rack, but has not returned. This one is worried. So very worried. And you'd right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What the seven hells was he thinking, entering into that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial Ones were chasing Elder One. Please! Walking Ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now! Ah! Fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far would have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste for the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Amkip, Go to the 1,000 Balls of Total Rock and see that Fixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and Sylph rests upon your success. By order of the Elder Seats, the other dungeon known as the 1,000 Miles of Total Rock have been placed under control of... What? The Sylph Elders inside? Are you sure of this? How the 7 hells did he manage to sneak by? Doesn't track me down for a pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to the Total Rock is not only restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Play a somewhat rescued party and enter as soon as you are ready. Greetings, adventurer. Is this something you need? You wish to have your chocobo trained from combat. This is no small request you make. Riding a bird is one thing. I see to take hers in your name is quite another. I'll help you train your chocobo, but on the promise you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Very well. Again, you will need a bunch of Geishel greens. You have my lead to pick one from the fields yonder. Return here when you have it. Have you carded the green? Superb. And we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but the chocobos are highly fond of Geishel greens. They love the leafy vegetables so much, in fact, they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you. And then once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You'll find that your chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands. Give your bird an order, and it will act accordingly, and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Fortall family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it's not nearly enough to merely hear about practice. One must venture forth and attempt it one itself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of Geishel greens and make way for Soul Haven. Brood seeds that prowl the area out to make a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. Lastly, by way of advice, we recommend you keep an ample supply of Geishel greens on the person at all times. Resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as he can carry. Who is the resident vendor anyway? Actually, I should read this one here. Never seen a chocobo up close before? They don't then have it carry straight to near and catch a friend a kick in the face. Hello, adventurer. Welcome to Brent Meadows. What can I do for you? Anything here? Haven't you heard what I said, merchant? I would not trust you with a feather of one of my chick's heads. Do you honestly believe you would hand over the care of Chocobo to a soulless guild grubber like you? Well, there's a... I don't know where to find him in an old law, at least. So you successfully negotiated your first few battles with your Chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it simply reassuring fighting with your feathered companion? Your Chocobo can make up for your shortcomings and build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you'll come to find the approach that serves you best. Ah, before I forget, I have one last parting gift. A saddlebag for your Chocobo. Carrying Giselle Greens can be quite cumbersome, after all. And there should be sufficient room on your personal belongings should that need arise. May it serve you well on your travels. So tell me, how does the training for your avian mount? I cannot help but notice there's some bias towards real-life combat. All battle and no bounty makes up for a less noble bird. I see you've already made a fine residence of your own. Why not build a stable for your Chocobo? Closeness leads to fondness, and there are other perks. Indeed, I can tell you those more if you wish. We of Ishgard have a knack for Chocobo husbandry. We have forgotten more than Gridania will ever know, I fear. One Ishgardian knack is to stable Chocobos at one's residence. That makes it possible to train and feed the birds. The second knack is to keep a stable meticulously clean and picked up. Chocobos are cleanly creatures and easily distressed by slovenly housekeeping. So we get straight to it. Pick up every vegetable scrap and littering the stable, if you please. Very good, I'll take those. Presses as fresh as cream, while the chocobos look fluffing their feathers in contentment. We would do well to lay it in a magic room. You shall need those to use those for proper cleaning, but that's for another time. There's more than stable care than simple cleaning. That brings us to the third issue guardian knack. Fresh feed. I'm not the Baptist tutor for this craft, however. There's one who has a knack right here in the bench branch. That would be Mistress Margot, resident botanist. She's in charge of all the cultivators here, maintained here with the chocobos. Go to her and beg a few greens and information up from her. She will not stint you in either. Some feed for your chocobo. Ah, you've come to the right place for that. It has been a warm spring. Try the cracker root. Many birds would go otherwise for off of their feet or cannot resist these luscious roots. We raise them with love as well as skill. Master Lucalo actually call that a knack. I've no quarrel with it. 'Tis a joy to grow, whether it be vegetables, chocobos, or skill in one hands. Why not try your hand at growing vegetables? You say you have a house. A house must have a field. A field grown with your love and care. How could your bird not thrive eating feed such as that? Maybe we are not what we eat, otherwise my father would be a codfish that swim in butter. But the feed certainly makes chocobos. Aye, so sensitive is nature that you could see their effect on a particular feed as clear as day. But I've yet to tell you about the main feeds. They are sure to be fascinating. Shall we retire? Speak of geisel greens, precious, luscious plants. You can summon them and train your birds with these greens. As wonderful as geisel greens are, they are highly unique in being attuned to specific areas of the chocobo abilities. Art of raising a chocobo involves choosing a balance of these vegetables to feed your bird, thus creating a chocobo that is, well, just so. Best-laid plants of wranglers are often frustrated by a picky eater, though. Do make sure you come to know each bird's likes and dislikes. And no pieces of magic to bend to your will, but when a bird and man grow together, why, you might discover something very special indeed. Aye, and you would do well to grow your own feed. Might as well fight with a pine sword to raise a chocobo without a vegetable field for your own. Visit a store to buy some seeds and remember, love and skill, there's a knack. I do go on, don't I? You come for a handful of feed and you got an earful, but that's the way of it with us botanists. Take this fine specimen of cracker root to your sweet chocobo, and I wish you both the joy of it. We're able to collect some chocobo feed. Margot's never stingy with her vegetables. A fine cracker root as ever saw. Seen. Magnificent specimen. This makes it try to get all the more effective, I believe. We come to the fourth knack of chocobo husbandry again. Keep training. I heard Ranker Keitha about her work. That is a thought. Go and speak with her. She will tell you much and more about your training of chocobos. Nice to see you, Venture. Here to learn about training your bird, you say? Stable your chocobo and you'll be able to train the sweetheart, but you need to give him straight. So we can treat straight after and not a moment later. What I do is go to pick up a choice of feed before I go to get the bird into training. Birds just may vary, as that slick ruffian at the ebony stalls used to say. Around here, the results depend on how clean the stables are and what treat you give. As long as you love your chocobo, it's hard to buck it up. Well now, gotta find a root. A cracker root on you already. That'll work as a cheat. No pun intended. Go on, start training little Leia there. That was silly done, Venturer. You have some skills at this, I reckon. Some are made to train more than just that one bird, though. But you can handle any chocobo. Some venturers are share a stable, you know. Might be you could care for birds other than your own. You muck out the stables, that means you're helping to raise other venturers' birds as well as your own. Don't matter who did the mucking out, really. Those birds have been cared for, see? That'll hold you for a while, aye. No use pouring too much wine into a cup. You best return to Lucalo with it before his discarding bread in case he starts imagining the worst. Smoothly done. That praise indeed from Keitha. Excellent, excellent. I have now taught you all the knacks you must need to know at this time, I believe. It is my hope that you will hide their stable to your residence, and there raise a chocobo to serve as your brave mountain trusted companion. How long do you need that bird someday? I trust you will not disappoint me.